Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. The title of our today's video is how to send automated email on Elementor form submission. So I'm running a business and I'm using Elementor as my form builder application. And I wish that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Elementor, automatically with the help of that details, a mail should be sent to that lead so that I don't lose a connection of my lead. For this, we are going to create a connection between Elementor and Gmail. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger and action. For trigger, we are going to use Elementor, and for action, we are using Gmail. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to send an email when a form is submitted in Elementor. For this, we are going to create a connection between our Elementor, which is the plugin of WordPress, and our Gmail. To create this connection, I have already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as you will open the landing page of Pabbly, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I am going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So that's why I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation I'm going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to send an email when a form is submitted in Elementor. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application, which is Elementor, because I want that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Elementor, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and select it. And then for the trigger event, we are going to select new form submission. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL in order to create a connection between our workflow and Elementor. So first I'm going to copy this URL and then we are going to read the help desk. And it is saying sign into your Elementor account, locate and edit the form that you wish to integrate. Within the form settings, navigate to actions after submit section. So for this, I have already opened my Elementor account. Over here you can see, and I'll let you know that Elementor is a plugin of WordPress, and I've also opened the form I wish to edit and integrate with my workflow. So over here is the form, and over here in the left sidebar you can see the option of action after submit. So I'm going to click on this. And now it is asking me to add an action. So I'm going to add the action as webhook. So I'm going to search for webhook and select it. And now you can see as soon as I added webhook right over here, you can see a new option of webhook appeared over here too. And over here it is asking me for the webhook URL. So we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. So I'm going to paste it right over here. And now after pasting my URL, we are going to click on update. And yes, you can see that we have successfully updated this form and now we are going to fill in the details. So over here you can see that it is saying do a test submission/record in order to create a webhook response. So I'm going to create a webhook response. So for that I'm going to do a test submission. So we are going to open my form. So over here you can see preview changes. So I'm going to click on this. And this is my form. So we are going to do a test submission. For the name, I'm going to keep it as demo user, email as demo@pabblytunes.com. And then for the phone number, I'm going to enter it as this. After entering all the details, I'm going to click on send. And yes, you can see your submission was successful. This means that Elementor has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if the details have been captured by my workflow or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the details. Over here, you can see the name, the phone number and the email. So this means that my trigger step is successful. And now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select Gmail because I want that as soon as a new Elementor form is submitted, automatically a mail should be sent that thank you, your form is successfully submitted. So I'm going to search for Gmail and select it. And then for the action event, we are going to select send email. And now again, we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Gmail account, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Gmail. And then after selecting my Gmail account, it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give it all the permissions it is asking for because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as you are going to click on allow, you can see that you have successfully connected your Gmail account with your Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the recipient email address. So we are going to map this. Mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Elementor as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as I'm going to map these details, automatically these details will turn dynamic and change with every new form submission. And also my workflow would be ready to run in real time too. So I'm going to open the response and over here I'm going to search for email. And as you can see over here is the email. So I'm going to map this demo@pabblytunes.com. And after mapping this, we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for CC and BCC. So as you can see that these are not the required fields. So I'm going to ignore this. And now it is asking me for the sender's name. So I'm going to keep the sender's name as Pabbly. And then again, we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the email subject. And now I want the email subject to be thanks for your submission. And then I'm going to move on forward. It is asking me for the reply to. So I'm going to leave it as blank because this is not the required field. Again, it is asking me for the email content type. So I'm going to keep it as plain only. And now it is asking me for the email content. So I'm going to enter the content over here. This. Hi, thank you for contacting us through our website. We appreciate that you are taking time to submit the form. This email confirms that we have received your submission. A member of our team will be in touch with you shortly. In meantime, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reply to this email. Sincerely, Pabbly. But over here, you can see that I've left some of the space blank in front of hi because I want to add the name of my lead right over here so that each of my lead receive a more personalized message. So for this, we are going to map the name. I'm going to open the response and I'm going to search for name right over here and I'm going to map this demo user. So every time whenever a new form is submitted, this demo user will be replaced with the name of my lead. So now we are going to move on forward and it is asking me for the file name and attachment. So if you wish, you can add it right over here, but I don't wish to add it. So we are going to move on forward and click on save and send as request. And yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that Pabbly has sent us a mail. So I'm going to open my mail and check that if we have received it or not. And yes, you can see over here, Pabbly, thanks for your submission. Over here, you can see, hi demo user, thank you for contacting. The same message we entered. So this means that my workflow is successful, but I'll just test the workflow once. And this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. For this, we are going to open our form again and we are going to again do a test submission. So for the name, we are going to enter it as test user, email as test@pabblytunes.com and the phone number as this. And now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on send again. And yes, you can see your submission was successful. This means that Elementor has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further sent an Gmail to our lead. So I'm going to open the Gmail and check that if we have received the mail or not. And this time, we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send as request. We'll directly open our Gmail. And yes, you can see that we have received a new mail with hi test user, thanks for contacting us through our website. We appreciate you took the time to submit the form. The same mail which we entered. Over here, just the name of our lead has been changed. So this is what we wanted and our workflow is successful. So I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For a trigger application, we selected Elementor and then for the trigger event, we selected new form submission. For the action application, we selected Gmail and then for the action event, we selected sent email. Because I wanted that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Elementor, automatically a mail should be sent through my Gmail for my lead so that I don't lose a connection of my leads. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here, you can see the 2 mails that we sent during this video. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.